Yo, what's up? Um, yeah, just got done on my run. Did like 6.2, 6.3 mile run, and just kind of had stuff on my mind, when I was running. So figured I'd come in here and do a little vlog. I deal with a lot of people, both in real life and through the internet. Working with people, and I just got to thinking, man, and I just been noticing lately a lot of excuses. A lot of excuses. People either have reasons for not getting started, reasons for why they aren't where they want to be, why they can't get started where they want to be, or how it's so much harder for them. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of got to thinking, nobody, we're all special. We're all individuals. We all are special, and no one else is like us. But when it comes down to reality, when it comes down to life, circumstances, things that you got to deal with, you're not a special little snowflake. You know what I'm saying? No one's a special little snowflake, including me, especially me. You know what I'm saying? It's like when it comes to reaching something, when it comes to getting to the higher level of something, or reaching a goal, we all suffer. You know what I'm saying? We all suffer, so you got to keep that in mind whenever you hurt. Whenever you hurting, or whenever you see someone who's achieved something that you haven't, or that you want to. You know what I mean? Yeah, some things are easier for some people. You always got that. No two people is exactly the same. But as a general rule, when it comes down to it, it just depends on how hard you're willing to work, and and that includes mentally how hard you're willing to strategize, put the work in, and put a plan together to get you where you want to go. How well you're willing to use your resources. I look at it when it comes to this fitness thing. I never worked with a personal trainer. I never did that. I never really had any true one-on-one help or mentorship. And I can say, so I didn't pay any money, but I definitely paid in resources. I probably it took me about 5 to 6 years, but I could have gotten about 2.5. Had someone who knew what they were doing guided me. So, I saved however much money that would have been over that time, but I lost that time by, taking the wrong road. So anyway, that I think it's important to realize that, and to not let don't let that, when you realize that, one little thing, that you're not a special snowflake, what happens to you happens to everybody. So, when you realize that, it kind of gives you a different perspective on things, and it makes the suffering not happen. It makes the suffering not be quite as bad. Case in point, my run today, I did something a little different with my diet. I was just trying to try some different things out as far as where I placed my macros, and I fucked up. The shit didn't go how I wanted to go. I ended up bottoming out. I was feeling like shit about 2 miles into the run, and about 4 miles into it, I was pretty much completely dead. Now I was feeling like shit about a mile and a half. By about 4 miles, I felt like I was completely dead. My lungs were feeling good, but my legs and shit were just completely gone. Plus, this run was a lot harder than last week, and I think a part of that might have been because this past Sunday's leg workout, yesterday, was a lot harder than last Sunday, so that probably played into it too. But I know the diet played a part because the food that I ate gave me like some real bad gas, and not that poop burp gas, like the one that get the cramps in your stomach. So I was dealing with all that, but all that's just fucking excuses. And I realized that, and I'm like, how many people have dealt with that or something like that, even worse, and didn't quit? Because I wanted to stop. And just kind of walk and kind of limp home and do whatever. But I said, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, what I came out here to do. I came out here to set a pace, and I'm gonna keep that fucking pace. So I kept that pace regardless of how much it hurt, and I ended up beating my time last week by 6 minutes. I beat last week's time by 6 minutes under worst conditions, and that was just another reaffirm for me exactly what I already knew. That excuses that's just all they are, and they only hold as much weight to your situation as you give to them. So you take their power away, and you focus on your will. Whether you believe in a higher power, if you believe in God or whatever, pray to him or her. If you like me, take a more spiritual self actualized thing, and you know, I just kind of look within and whatever it takes, you know, for you to get forward. So anyway, this turned into a rant. It's going off more it's going farther off topic than I wanted to, but just want to keep that in mind. So when you hurting, or when you got excuses for why you ain't getting started, you're not special. You're not special. We all go through it. So do what you got to do to get what you want.